Good afternoon and welcome to this week's issue of Print21, the weekly TV news bulletin from Print21.com.au. Sponsored this week by Foxhill, trade supplier of labels, stickers and point of sale items. Good news in the print industry this week coming from Victoria, the hard pressed state, been in lockdown for 4 months. Printers I've talked to there and trade houses tell me that work is really ramping up now, as retailers particularly try and capitalise on the Christmas opportunities. Trade suppliers, some of them are going flat chat. So good news there, and let's hope now that with the first vaccines being rolled out, first in the world in fact being rolled out in the UK next week, that this signals the beginning of the end of the COVID era. Also in the news from Victoria this week, the woman whose car was hit by the road sign, like the one behind me, the overhead road sign that smashed onto her car on the Tullamarine Freeway, is suing. She's suing the sign contractor, CPB. She's suing Vic Roads and she's suing the roads operator Transurban. You may remember this woman was driving along the Tullamarine Freeway. The 4-ton sign, 4 metres by 5 metres, crashed down onto her car. Fortunately, she escaped. She wasn't fatally injured. She was injured, and she's now suing for those injuries, for psychological distress and for post-traumatic stress disorder. The story is a salutary warning for all sign installers in the industry. The signs that are installed in public places, of course, do have the potential to fall down. In this case, the sign fell down because the stiffening plate was not affixed, and that was compounded by the fact that it wasn't checked to see if it had been affixed or not. It's a salutary warning. It means that attention to detail in the signage industry, and in any industry in fact, is a complete non-negotiable. Also in the news this week, the franchise industry. The print franchise industry has about 500 stores of various types, signage, cut sheet, digital, commercial franchise printers. Two of those franchises, Quick Copy and Snap, have just been announced as awarded as the number 1 and number 2 franchises in the business-to-business sector. The awards came from a significant number of categories, including marketing, opportunities, lifestyle, support. So congratulations to Quick Copy, 93 stores across the country, and Snap, 136 stores. They came in at number 5 and number 10 overall in terms of the overall franchise list. As the world grapples with the mounting plastic problem, a lot of it generated from packaging waste, good news from Arjo Wiggins, and in this country through Spices, which is bringing in the Silvecta, a new translucent paper-based barrier paper for food packaging. So for instance, the sandwich wraps that we see at supermarkets, which have the clear up to now plastic so you can see a sandwich, will now through this media be able to be a paper-based media rather than plastic-based, which means it is recyclable, unlike plastic, which is a big problem. So congratulations to Arjo Wiggins, Silvecta. Great to see human beings making progress and dealing with this huge issue. In other news this week, the dates for the National Print Awards have been announced, and the Pikers next year. Go to print21.com.au for those dates. The National Print Awards Night of Nights will be September 30 during Pack Print, which is slated for Melbourne at the end of September, beginning of October. Finally, this week, Print21 itself is in the news. The website has expanded. We've launched a series of categories for the website to make it easier to navigate and to provide an even more comprehensive news service to you. Print21.com.au is the country's premier website, more stories than anyone else, stories you can't find anywhere else. Now we've split that up into categories: commercial print, labels, packaging, sign and display, textile, expos and videos. That's it for this week's issue of Print21. My name is Wayne Robinson. Thanks to our sponsor Foxhill. Take care, and remember, attention to detail is key.